Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you enjoy what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. One big happy family. Thank you so much for your lovely support, your comments, your uplifting words. God bless you. Thank you. And for sharing, thank you so much. And for those that haven't yet, please do so. Sharing is caring. Help the creators out in order for them to continue bringing out videos for you guys. I'd like to mention that I do have Facebook Crochet private group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile. I also have a Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok. All of these things will be listed below in the description box for you. You can just click there and join us. Feel free to have suggestions, requests. You're more than welcome. Thank you for everyone that has been supporting the Women in Need of Thread or with your donations. Thank you so much. What else? Big shout out to all you beautiful people that have been following me from the start, and newcomers also, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. So I use 4-ply 100% cotton threads. These are Portugal threads. They go by numbers, not by name of colors. So let's say this brown would be number 20. These are similar thickness as Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker than this one, so your patterns automatically become bigger. Also, if your tension is tight, go a hook or two smaller. Not smaller, bigger. If your tension is loose, then go a hook or two smaller. My goodness, Maggie, get it together. What else? Small one to tuck in, loose ends, and a pair of scissors, of course. And I think I mentioned 2.75 hooks. Sometimes I'll use a 3.5, depending upon the pattern that I'm using. And we're going to get started, everyone. Thank you so much again. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to create a round doily, which is absolutely stunning, for one of the most amazing creators ever. You guys must, the people that follow me, of course, must have heard me speak a lot about her, Maria José, which she just came out with this beautiful doily, and it's got like 3D in it. And I absolutely fell in love with it and want to create it because it's just stunning. And so I'm going to use the off-white, like cream, and this light pink. This is like prune and lavender. These are 4-ply. This is a different brand than my regular threads. It's matte, but I love the color, and they don't have that color in my regular brand that I usually use. This is Beatrice 4-ply, and they go by color number, not name. So this is 17. I'm going to use a 2.75 hook, small scissors, and of course a small one to tuck in loose ends. Please give a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you, Maria José. You are just amazing. I absolutely love your work. I will leave her link to her channel below. You're more than welcome to visit, subscribe, give her the thumbs up. She absolutely deserves it. And we're going to get started. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to start off with 8 chain. It's not included with my slip stitch, okay? Never include the slip stitch on any count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to come on the first one, and I'm going to close it in with slip stitch. Turn your closed caption on if you need to pause and take notes. It makes things easier for you, because sometimes I get carried away and forget I'm recording, and I'm a fast crocheter, and I know that, and I apologize, and I'm working really hard on it to slow it down. So I came back in with a single. I'm going to do my first double crochet, single 2 chain. Inside of this magic circle, I'm going to have a total of 24 double crochets. So I'm using an off-white color. I thought it was more like cream, but really it's an off-white. Okay, 24 double crochets. So I've done my 24 double crochets. That's including my first one that I did with single and 2 chain, and closed in on my second chain with slip stitch. So I'm going into row 2. I'm going to come back in the same stitch, stretch a bit, create my single and my 2 chain. I'm going to come into the same one and create my double crochet, 2 in the same stitch. Next stitch, 1 alone. Next stitch, 2 together. So this is my increase on the second row. Next stitch, 1 alone. Next stitch, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. So now I'm going to close on my second chain with slip stitch. Okay, everyone, going into row 3, we're going to repeat what we did on row 2. So I've closed in with slip stitch, did my single, my 2 chain, coming back in the same one, creating my double crochet, 2 in the same stitch. Next space, 1 alone. So we're just repeating row 2. Next stitch, 2 together in the same stitch. Next space, 1 alone. Next space, 2 together. Next row we'll have 2 together and 2 alone. Okay, I'll meet you at the beginning of row 4. Okay, everyone, so going into row 4, I've closed in with slip stitch and my single, my 2 chain in the same stitch, and another double crochet in the same stitch, exactly how we've been starting the row. Now this row 4 is 2 double crochet alone, 1 per stitch, 1 and 2. Next one, 2 together. This is our increase on this row 4. 1 double crochet. Next stitch, 1 double crochet. Next stitch, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, everyone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, going into row 5, 2 together on the same stitch as we've been starting. And this time we're going to have 3 double crochets alone. The next row, row 6, will have 4 double crochets alone, okay? There's no point to keep repeating the same thing. So 2 together, 1, 2, 3 alone, 2 together, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet per stitch. Next one, 2 on the same stitch. This is row 5. Row 6, we're going to do 2 together and 4 double crochet alone. 2 together, 4 double crochet per stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 6. Okay, everyone, so we've done 6 rows. So on row 5, I had mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4 alone, 2 together. Row 6, or actually 1, 2, 3. Sorry, row 5 was 3 alone, 2 together. Row 6, 4 alone, 2 together. Row 7, 5 alone, 2 together. Row 8, 6 alone, 2 together. Okay? So, double crochet on the same space. This is row 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alone, 2 together. Okay, and row 8, 2 together, 6 alone. So I'll meet you at the end of row 8. Okay, everyone, so I've done row 8, which is 2 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 7th, 2 together, 6 alone, and on the 7th, 2 together. So it looks wavy, but that doesn't matter because once we keep going, it's going to straighten out. So don't worry about it. So now this row 9, I'm going to come back in, do my single 1, 2 chain. That's my double crochet, 1 per space. I'm going to skip a space coming into the next one. So I'm going to create on this row 9 little blocks, 1 chain space, skip a space into the next one, 1 chain, skip a space into the next one. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I finished row 9. I have 72 little squares. Row 10 and 11 will be a repeat also. Single 2 chain. And 2 more this time for space. And the next row will be exactly the repeat of this row 10. Okay, so row 10, 11 is exactly the same thing. It's just a repeat. 2 chain space and double crochet. 2 chain and double crochet. So I'll come back to you at the end of row 11. Okay? Okay, everyone. So pretty much finished doing all my rows until row 11. 10 and 11 is 2 chain space. Now, if you find that your pattern is still wavy, I use laundry softener with a bit of water. And before I go any further, I'm just spraying and I'm just stretching. And the wave, the little wave, whatever is there, automatically comes out before you go even further ahead. And then you'll have a hard time once it's bigger to stretch it out. So you can do it now, leave it for 5-10 minutes, and then dries already a bit, and then come back to it and work. Now you can do in the back part, 2, 3, poof, poof, stretch it out, and in the front. Okay, and now we're going into the beautiful effect. At first I was going to use the pink, but then I went to the store and I found the gorgeous purple. So that's just gonna complement the rest of my other thread. Okay, so I'm coming in with my lighter color, my lavender, and you can start this on anywhere. We're working on this first row of squares on the 1 chain space here. I'm going to do 3 double crochets, so single 2 chain, coming back in, bend your pattern, makes it easier. 3. Now we're going to work on this one coming down. We're only working on coming down the middle and then this one. Okay, so I'm going to bend my pattern this way, make it easier, and do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Put it straight. I'm going to work 2 double crochet on that one we skipped. Okay, we had skipped 1 to make these little squares. So in the same space, 2 double crochet. And then I'm working going up on this one here. So turn your pattern again, make it easier on you, and doing 3 double crochets. And this is how we're going to do these motifs all the way around. So it looks like that. Again, coming on the center on the next one here, in the middle, and doing 3 double crochet. So it's like starting all over again. Coming down on my double crochet, 3 double crochets. On the one we skipped, we're going to do 2 double crochets. We're going to work up on the double crochet here, 3 double crochets. I think my neighbors are having a firecracker party or something. There's never a dull moment in this place. Okay. So we went up and again back into the center and 3 double crochets. Show you how it looks like. So it looks like that. Now we're going to work the 3 double crochets down, 2 inside of the chain space, 3 going up, 3 in the center, and then 3 coming down into the chain space. So we'll do this one more time. Into the side one, coming down, 3 double crochet, into our double crochet space here that we had skipped. We're going to do 2 in the same stitch, going up, so it's always best when you turn your pattern, makes it easier, 3 double crochet going up, and then 3 in the center of the next block. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, I'm getting into my last one, which I've done my 2 in the bottom here. I'm going to go up with 3 double crochets, and then once I've closed in, so I'm going to come on that first one with a slip stitch, and I'm going to come my thread and come in with my second color. So I'm going to come in with my purple. This is number or color 38, because here it goes by numbers, not by name. Just beautiful, and it's got a beautiful shine. I love this brand, Ladybug Joanina, because it's got that beautiful shine to it. So we're pretty much going to work the same way as we just did. Slip stitch knot. And I'm going to come on top where we have the top one here. Okay, so right on top, I'm going to start there. And this is no different than what we did. So I'm going to come in that center and do my 3 double crochets. So single and my 2 chain. And again, 2 more double crochet. Trying to hide this thread as I go. Coming down, 3 double crochets. So it's best if you turn your pattern as you're working, makes things easier. So I'm going to come in that space. We have that chain space, right? And I'm going to do my 2 double crochets. So basically it's where the curve in the bottom goes. That's where you do your 2. And then on the side again going up. So it's no different than what we just did. And the next row will be with my darker purple plum. Okay, so there's 3 rows of these. That's why we did the 3 rows of little squares. Coming in the center again. 3. Coming down. 3 double crochet. In the center of that chain, 2 double crochet, and then going up on that double crochet, 3 double crochet. So it's just a repeat of what we're doing here. Into the center, 3 double crochet, and coming down, 3 double crochet. I absolutely love this pattern. It's just stunning. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've closed in my purple, cutting my thread, no different than what we did with the lavender. Exactly the same thing. And now I'm coming in with the plum thread. So again, coming where that curve is to start off my single and my 2 chain. Back in, doing my 3 double crochets, trying to hide my thread at the same time, and coming down with 3 . It's always best to turn your pattern, make it easier to work. And then in my chain space where the curve comes the other way, 2 double crochet. So no different than what we've been doing. And then we're cutting our thread once we're done, coming back in with the off-white. 3 double crochet going up. Okay, so exactly the same thing as we did. Three in the center, and then 3 coming down. Two in the center chain, and then 3 going back up. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished doing that plum color, and it might wave a bit as you're doing, but once you stretch it, it all comes together, especially when we're going to continue now the rows. I love these colors now. Don't forget, you can do in the yellows, in the blues, in the greens, whatever colors you feel like preferable to you. So I'm going to come back in with my cream. I'm going to do a slip stitch knot. Now, right on top, or not on top, so we have the 3 double crochets that we did here. So right next to it, I'm just going to hook it on that double crochet that we have right behind it. I'm going to create my first double crochet. Okay, so single, 2 chain, coming inside of that space, the 2 chain space, creating 2 more double crochet, trying to hide my thread as I go. On top of the double crochet here, again, double crochet. So now we have 4, 2 chain space, coming on top of that double crochet, which is right beside the 3 double crochets we went up, or not went up, but right on the edge on the top. So 1 double crochet, 2 inside of the chain space, and 1 right on top of the double crochet. 2 chain. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. So on the double crochet, 2 inside of the chain space, and 1 on top of the double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm on my last one, did my 2 chain, closing it in with slip stitch. Now I'm going to come back in again, do a single 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. This row is going to be just double crochet over double crochet, and where we have the 2 chain space, we're going to do 2 double crochets in this space. 1, 2, and then 1 per stitch. So simple. Two inside of the 2 chain space, and 1 per stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished doing all my double crochets. So now we're going to do a single, or you can go up your 3 chains as you wish, as you're used to doing your first double crochet. I'm going to do a single 2 chain coming into the next stitch. So I'm going to have a group here of 4 double crochets, 1 per stitch. Double crochet, next space, double crochet, and the next space, double crochet. So basically it's like building these 4 again. Now I'm going to do 14 chain stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 chain stitch. I'm going to come back on my 4th, 1, 2, 3, with double crochet. So I have 2 double crochet already. I'm doing 1 per chain stitch. You should have 12 double crochets at the end. 1 double crochet per chain stitch. So I've done 12 double crochets. So chain 14, come back on your 4th chain with double crochet, total of 12 double crochets. I'm going to skip these 2 here and create again those 4 double crochets that we've done, 1 per stitch. We're going to continue to do this all the way around the same way. Okay, and 14 chain again. Stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Coming back on my 4th, so 1, 2, and 3 on your 4th chain, double crochet, 1 per stitch. Make sure you grab both loops here, because if you grab only the top loop, it's going to bend like a U shape. A lot of people make that mistake all the time, and then they say, why is my pattern turning, curving? That's because you're not going directly right into the center and grabbing those 2 chain at the same time. Okay, so 12 double crochets again on the chain, the 14 chain stitch, now if you notice the picture of my channel or even on Facebook, it's a similar pattern to this that I have created with these loops. That's what my pattern is if you look well into it. Okay, so again, skip 1, 2. So we're skipping those 2 that we did inside of the 2 chain space and creating those 4 double crochets again. 1 per stitch. And then 14 chain again. Okay, so we're creating these all the way to the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. I'm just going to count how many of these, whatever you want to call them, I don't even know what to call them, how many I have, okay, to make sure that you're on the right track. Okay, so I have 36 of these motifs. So I've closed in with slip stitch. Now we need to do the walk. I call it the walk with slip stitch all the way to the edge of these little motifs. Okay, so I'm going to walk through here in the center, and I'm not going to tighten it too much. We don't want the pattern to pull. So slip stitch all the way to the edge of the top. And if you realize, I'm doing the walk right on that chain that we created to do the 12 double crochet. Sometimes it's a little bit tight to get here, but once we get there, we're okay. So you have to come right into the corner edge where we turned, okay? So to make sure that we get that edge. Okay, so I've made a slip stitch there. I'm coming back in and doing a single. I'm coming in. I'm going to grab my smaller hook because it will be easier with this, especially when it's like the first time until you get a practice at it. So I'm coming in the next stitch, 2, and I'm going to come right at the edge, 3. So we're doing 3 singles up top and then 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming into the next one, right on the corner. And doing the single again. So until I get used to it. And sometimes it turns here, but you know what? It can't be more stubborn than what we are, right? So single, single, my second, and right at the corner, my third. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. And once you get the hang of it with your own hook, you'll be okay. It's just that it's, you know, that tight stitch. So I'm going to use my smaller hook for that. There's no point of stressing over it when you can just go in with a smaller hook. And right on the edge there. 1. I'm coming right in between that double crochet, that turn that we bend to go to the 4th chain, remember? And 3. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, of course, I have to really loosen it up because this smaller hook, it will tighten up my tension too much. Okay, so continue yours, and I'll meet you at the end. We have to do this to every single one of them. Make sure you don't miss any, or you'll be in trouble taking it down again to restart this chain. Okay, and this is how it has to be. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished. Now you have to pay attention that when you're doing these chains, they're not tight. Make sure that if you have a tight stitch, you use a hook or two, at least two, I would say, bigger than your normal, because if it's too tight, as you can see, it's not tight and it has a tendency to bend. But if you see that, even though it's bending like mine now, but if you straighten it, it goes flat. There's no pulling onto the pattern. So I did a 6 chain, but loose enough. But if you need to do a 7 chain, go ahead. But use a 2 size bigger hook than your normal if you're a very tight crocheter, okay? So I've closed in with the slip stitch where we started off with all those slip stitches. We did the walk up right at the edge. I've closed it up with slip stitch. So now that we've closed in with slip stitch, this row will be only double crochet. So I'm going to come back in that edge, that corner, as if when we did the 3 singles, you remember? Of course, my stitch is always extremely tight to start off. Try to pull my thread here. I'm pulling on my thread. So I'm going to do a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. I'm coming on the second single I did. 3 double crochets on the edge over the 3 singles. Now we have 6 chain. So I'm going to do the 6 double crochets. Let's say you did the 7 chain because your tension is tight. Then skip 1 chain and go into the next. Or skip the last one and do your 6 double crochets, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. And then here where we have the singles, the 3 singles, we're doing 3 double crochets. We're going to do this all the way around. Now once we do that, the pattern is going to become flat because now it's just pulling all the pattern together with the double crochets, okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Just remember where we have the singles, the 3 singles, 3 double crochet, 6 chain, 6 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all my double crochets. Now this row is also just double crochets over double crochet. So either you do your 3 chains or however you start your double crochet. I'm doing a single and 2 chain. This is how I start mine. And 1 double crochet per stitch all the way around. So very simple, nothing to it, just 1 double crochet on each stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished all my double crochets, 1 per stitch, and I'm coming in with the plum purple, and this next row is only going to be single crochet 1 per stitch. You can start anywhere. So very simple, just singles 1 per stitch. Try to hide this little thread as I go, makes things easier. Singles 1 per stitch all the way around. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all of my plum purple with the singles on each stitch. Now we're going to do 15 double crochets. I'm going to start on the same line where we have the 3 double crochets here from this little stem there, okay? So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to do my single, Try to hide this little thread. And 2 chain. And doing 15 double crochets, 1 per stitch. Okay. I've done my 15 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to do chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, and coming in the 4th and doing my 15 double crochets again. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. 15 double crochets, 5 chains, skip 3, go into your 4th. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished all of my 15 double crochets, my 5 chains, skip 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th. Now this last one, I probably missed a stitch somewhere. On my last one, I have 1, 2, and I had started on the 3rd here. Okay, that doesn't make any difference. So even if you're missing one, it's okay. So I'm going to skip this one here, slip stitch, and I'm coming into the 3rd one with my single and my 2 chain. So that's my first double crochet. Now, if you're used to doing just the 3 chain, you can slip stitch to the 3rd double crochet and do your 3 chain. So I'm not going to work on the first 2, and I'm not going to work on the last 2. Oh my God, I needed to sneeze so bad. That was terrible. So we are going to do 11 double crochets in here, okay? So I already have my first one that I started with a single 2 chain. And I'm going to continue to do my double crochets 11. Okay, so I've done my 11 double crochets. So I'm not working on the first 2, and I'm skipping the last 2. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to count 1, 2. On the 3rd chain, I'm coming in with double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain. On the same chain, double crochet. So I'm creating a little V in the center. 1, 2, 3 chain. Skipping the first 2 double crochets, coming on the 3rd, and repeating the 11 double crochets. So it's just a repeat like this all the way around the same way. And when you get to your 5 chain, so we're not doing the last 2, you do your 3 chain, you skip 1, 2, you come into the 3rd chain, exactly like here. Double crochet, 3 chain, and double crochet on the same chain. 3 chain again, skip the first 2, and do your 11 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing my row. We're going to skip the first 2 again and not work on the last 2. And we're going to do 7 double crochets. So I'm going into the next stitch with slip stitch. And on the 3rd one, I'm doing already my single and my 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. So we're not working on the first 2. So I have 2 double crochets already. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're not working on the first 2 nor the last 2. 1, 2, and 3. Inside of this V, we're going to do 9 double crochets. So I've done my 9 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And again, skip the first, the second, come on your 3rd, and do 7 double crochets. So we're just going to repeat everything all the way around the same way. Not working on the first 2 double crochets nor the last. You should have a total of 7. Okay, 7 double crochet, 3 chain, 9 double crochet, 3 chain, skip the first 2, 7 double crochet, and skip the last 2. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. I've closed in with slip stitch. We're going to skip again the 2, but it's going to be different on this row. So we're not working on the first nor the second. I'm going to do a slip stitch. And on the third one, I'm coming in with a single. If you want to put a marker on there so you don't get lost, that's fine. So I'm doing 3 singles. We're not working the first 2 and we're not working the last. I'm going to do 1 chain space and I'm going to do a triple on my first double crochet. So I've done my triple. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm coming inside of this triple and I'm going to do 3 double crochets. That means I'll have a total of 4 double crochet. Okay, going to do my triple again. I'm going to skip a double crochet, a stitch, or coming into the next one. Doing my triple again. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming inside of my triple and doing 1, 2, and 3. Doing my triple again, skipping 1 stitch into the next and doing my triple. 1, 2, 3 chain, working inside of the triple, 3 double crochet. So we'll have a total of 4 with our 3 chain that we went up like that. 1, 2, 3. Why 3? Sorry, I must be losing my mind. Triple again, skip a stitch into the next one. 1, 2, 3, chain, coming and working in that triple. 1, 2, and 3. So we have 4s. Skipping 1 and into the last double crochet. One, 2, 3, coming inside of that triple and doing 3 double crochet with our 3 chain, totals 4. I'm going to do 1 chain, skipping the first, the second, coming into the third with a single and doing another single and another single. I don't know why I have an extra stitch. 2, 4, 6. Oh, I have an extra stitch there. But anyway, no worries. I don't know why. It's probably that's why I had the mistake at the beginning there. So coming in, did 1 chain. Coming in, doing my triple. 1, 2, 3. And 3 double crochet inside of the triple. Like that. And then triple again, skip a stitch into the next one. So we're going to repeat this all the way around. Okay, just make sure when you get here you skip the first, the second, and don't do the last. So you have 3 singles. For some reason I did an extra one there. I don't know why, but that's okay. It's not going to change anything in my pattern. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all around. Now, I'm going to repeat these 3 colors. I'm going to do chain stitch, and I'm going to continue to do chain stitch because we are going to put it inside of these loops. One in, one out, one in, one out. Okay, so I don't know how many chain stitch. And anyway, you guys have different threads, different tension, so I have no idea how many chain stitch it's going to take. I'm going to keep doing my chain stitch, and I'm going to keep putting it around the pattern. So I'm going to do exactly the same order of colors as we have here on the center. We'll take 3. So the lavender, the purple, and the prune color, purple color. Okay, so I'm going to do my chain stitch, and then I'm going to do one in, one out, one in, one out. You know what I'm saying? And see if I have enough chain stitch until we meet all the way around like that, because we've got to close it once we come around. Okay, so I did quite a bit of chain stitch. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put I'm going to go over and under until I meet, and see if I have enough. Make sure you don't skip any, or it will be a problem. And you don't want it to be pulling. You want to make sure that it's loose enough also. Okay. So just go over and under until you meet your edge, and see if you need to do more of it. Okay, you guys, so I've done mine over and under until you come and you meet here, right? You got to make sure that you meet at the right spot. So this would go under and this one over. I think I'm okay. I don't know how many chain stitch, because like I said, everybody has a different tension. You could do 100, I could do 120. So just measure yours like that, in and out of the loops. And once you're sure you have it, then you need to take it out. We need to do double crochet on each stitch. Okay, so I've taken it out, and I'm going to count backwards. 1, 2, 3. On my 4th, I'm going to do double crochet. So I'm doing double crochet 1 per stitch all the way to the end of my chain. Okay, and this will be done in all 3 colors. So the next one, again, you would do the other color, doing exactly the same thing what we done, and at the end we'll stitch both ends together once we place it on the pattern, or glue it as you want it. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so just show you here. So I pretty much have it all fit in. Now what you want to do is you want to fix a bit of your pattern. You want to make sure that it's not too loose or it's not too tight. So get it well in there, and then we're going to buy the back. I'm going to cut my thread here because I'm okay with this size. So and then, like I said, you could either stitch it or glue it as you wish in the back. I'm just going to grab, I think, my needle and just stitch it in, because it should be quick enough. With a little bit of thread. I should have left that thread a little bit longer, so you might want to do that if you're going to sew it in. Leave your thread a little bit longer before you cut it. I didn't think about that. Okay, Okay, everyone, so I'm on my second one. Now make sure that when you're putting it in, you're not putting it in the same direction as this. You have to go under, right? This one on top, under. Now the next one is going to go on top, okay? So don't get the mistake of following the same one as this. You have to do the opposite in order to have this effect on top of it, okay? So just make sure that, because I mean that can happen to make that mistake, and you're probably gonna try to do it under exactly the same way as this one. You can't do that. You have to do the contrary, the opposite. So you'd start under and over, so you'll have the off-white effect as you're putting it on. Now the next one, the darker color, now you're going to go under from here or on top from here. So it would be the same thing as this one here. So just follow this one on your dark one. The middle one has to stay under. So one over, one under, one over. Okay, I'm going to complete all three. I've already stitched my lavender in, and then I'll show you everything at the end. Once it's done, I'll have a little video for it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Give a thumbs up. It's extremely important. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to every single one of you and your beautiful comments, your loving support. If you can share, sharing is caring. And thanks again. Maria José, thank you so much for this beautiful creation. You're absolutely amazing, and I just love your designs. Thank you so much for it. And until next time, everybody, I'm pretty much done with the design. Just going to create the darker shade, put it on, and have it on display, and a little video for you guys to see it. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye.